Hello again, YouTube, and welcome to Mundo's World. All right, so it's the next day, January 7th. In the morning, I did my weigh-in. Official weigh-in is 273.6 pounds. I use my Tanita Scale, which I highly recommend. It measures a whole bunch of different things. It measures your fat percentage, your water percentage, muscle mass, your metabolic rate, your bone density, your visceral rating, physique rating, and metabolic age. There are some that are even a little more advanced, and they measure even more things. Okay, so I got a couple goals down, so let me go ahead and run through this real quick. So my weight is 273.6 pounds this morning. That was before I ate anything. That was, first thing in the morning. Fat percentage, 45.6% body fat. So that means that my body is 45.6% fat. Water percentage, about 44.4. You typically want to be above about 50%, I believe, if you're a male. Muscle weight is, it calculates it. It's not, I'm sure, exact, but around 141 pounds of body fat. Of body muscle, sorry. My metabolic rate is 2120. That's 2,120 calories. Excuse me, from what I understand, that's about what the caloric intake that my body needs pretty much on a daily, rotating to pretty much, I think it would be to maintain this weight. 7.4 pounds of bone. That's my bone density. Visceral rating is 27. So I set a couple goals. Obviously, I want to try to get my weight down to about 200 pounds. How long this is going to take, I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear, see day by day, weekly basis. I want my fat percentage, I guess, to be around 20. It should be lower than that even yet. But I want to try to get around 20, 25 throughout this process at least. Water percentage, I want it to be up around 55, between 50 and 60, I would say. I don't really have a goal for muscle weight or the basic metabolic rate. Bone density, I don't think you can really change how much your bone weighs. Visceral rating, I want to be around a 12, which is the kind of I think around the highest it should be. I think you should typically be a little bit lower. And I think 12 to 15, somewhere around there is still okay, but I want to try to get on the healthier side, obviously, of things. The body rating, I have a 3 right now. It's kind of weird. They have 9 different pictures, so I'm not worried about that. And right now I have a metabolic age of about 50. So my metabolism is about the metabolism of a 50-year-old, which is horrible. So I want to at least try to get that to around my age. I am 36. I'm setting my goal for about 35. Hey, if I get to close to 40, 37, somewhere around there, I'm feeling a lot better about myself. So I'm trying to limit myself to around 1,624, 25 calories a day. I'm going to try to stick to a schedule where I'm only eating between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. And maybe I can start a little earlier, because I think if you start earlier, I don't know if that really changes that much. So maybe 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is about a 10-hour period. I typically go to sleep around 9 or 10, depending on schedules and my wife's schedules and whatnot. So Also, I know that fasting is a good thing to do. I also do fasting for religious purposes. And so I'll be fasting every 2 weeks, give or take. I'll be, doing that. And I'm going to keep snacks to, I'm trying to create somewhat of a list here, and my snacks will typically be things like oranges, bananas, apples, baby carrots, tomatoes, yogurt. I may try to implement some other somewhat healthy salty snacks. And we'll see. Maybe like some dehydrated snap peas. I don't know. We'll see. But that's so far what I got going. I also highly recommend using an app called MyFitnessPal. I think it's by Under Armour. I think they bought it out. But I highly recommend it. Because it'll help you keep track of your calories. It's cool because you can even just scan the barcodes of certain products and then just say like how much you're having of it. What I like to do is I like to try to plan out my day ahead of time, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm keeping it to about my 620, I think 624 calories is what it tells me. And I may even try to drop it. We'll see how things go. So I may try to drop it, to try to see if I can increase my weight loss without taking too much of a toll on myself. I will start doing a little bit of exercise, light exercise today. Maybe I'll go for a brisk walk and do some push-ups, crunches, and then a couple other things. Maybe, I'll start off slow. I don't want to kill myself. I don't want to burn myself out to where I don't feel like I want to do it anymore. Another thing, the Tanita Scale, I highly recommend getting one of those if you want to do weight loss, because it'll help you keep track of a lot more things other than just your weight, because we want to try to keep the weight percentage down. Now, you don't want to try to lose weight, but keep that weight percentage high. So we have to, take more, try to take note on what you're putting into your body. It's not just a matter of just eating less. We want to try to balance our diets out a little bit. And that's what we're going to try to do here. We're going to try to reduce carbs so that, hey, that'll also help with things like blood sugar. Your carbs essentially turn into sugars. So, and this will be a process. So, fasting is good because it triggers certain things in your body, because your body will adapt to how you eat. So if you eat consistently exactly the same all the time, like I may in here, every week or two throw in a day where I'll do a lot higher carbs just one day, but it'll have to be maybe a day where I do increased amount of exercise, because that, if you burn it as energy, it's okay, but you want to throw your body off. You don't want it to get accustomed to what you're doing, get used to it, and adapt to that. You want to throw it off so that your body's still, so you're still burning what you want to burn. You're getting rid of what you want to get rid of. And that's something I learned years ago from one of my friends, at a job, a former colleague that I had who was a good friend of mine as well. So we want to balance our eating, but don't stick too strictly to consistent everyday same thing over and over, because then and also with proteins, you want to mix it up. Like there's going to be a day where I'll probably make like a bean soup, because bean and veggies, and that'll replace my my protein, whatever the meat is for that evening or lunch or whatever it may be. But you want to typically try to have proteins in every meal. You want to try to have, obviously very nutritious vegetables. You want to try to really have a balance of things. So I'll be going through this constantly. The Tanita Scale, I'll have a link for it down below. I'll have a link for the one that I have. I'll also have a link for one of the more advanced, better ones out there. Maybe a couple of inexpensive items that you can even use around your house, because I don't really believe in paying a membership for a gym. If that's something that you can do and you can stick to it, by all means, do it. But I tend to find if I'm at home, it'll be a lot easier to get something done rather than going somewhere to do it, because if I have to go out, I might be lazy about it and I don't want to go. I got my kids, my schedules kind of get thrown off sometimes. So it's difficult. I understand there's a lot of people out there that can do it, that can stick to a strict schedule. Hey, at this time, I'm going to go to the gym every day or every other day or whatever it may be. I don't believe in the gym membership things because it's gotten me plenty of times. So it just doesn't work for me. So I'll have links for a couple inexpensive things maybe you can do for like resistance training, you know, with and then obviously some things that you can do, exercises that you can do at home without the need of any extra equipment. So I'll be doing more research, and as I have more research done and get more information into my brain, I'll let you guys know about it. So you guys stay tuned. Again, if you guys have any meal ideas, if you guys have any tips for me, any advice, anything to help me along this path, please let me know. Comments below. Like this if you know, if it's something you want to continue seeing me on my journey with this. And I mean, hey, this page is not going to be only about this weight loss stuff. It's going to be about plenty of things. So anyways, stay tuned, guys. I'll keep you guys updated, keep you guys posted. Be sure to subscribe if you want the updates. And yeah, let's see what Mundo's up to next. See you guys.